in the last episode of Subnautica. Oh god, go, 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 go. Welcome back, all you Nocturnal Hamsters, to some more Subnautica. And today, we're gonna make that hatching enzyme. Hoorah! So, I was sitting and thinking, I was like, how am I gonna end this series? Not necessarily the series, but like in the game. And so what I'm thinking
Integrating new PDA data
is we're gonna go gather the materials needed to make the hatching enzyme 42, or the hatching enzyme. Then we're gonna go back to the Cyclops, and we're gonna go up to the surface and take the portal. We're gonna go up to the surface and fabricate the enzyme, and then we're gonna take the portal and come back down via the portal with the prawn suit or whatever, and then go back up to the surface, and then I'll probably end it there, I think, depending on how long this takes. And then in the next episode, we're gonna build the rocket. But I don't know, maybe I could make this episode a 45-minute episode and do all of it in one episode. But I feel like, I don't know, we'll see how long this takes. You know, if I can get these materials and get to the Cyclops and get up to the surface, come on. God, it's like having an aneurysm in like 15 minutes, then, oh no, because we have to go gather all the materials, so that's what's gonna take. That's some creepy shit. Alright, we're just gonna go for it. I think that was it, right? Let me check. Hatching enzyme, hatching enzyme. Are you kidding me? Come here. Come here. Oh my god, there's another one? Are you kidding me? What the hell? Game's glitched. It's like, check this out. Check that out. I mean, I get it. I totally understand. You know, when they were designing the game, they designed, you know, everything to be like a block of water. You know, that makes sense. And then they set this certain parameters, not water, so that you could walk. But I think they forgot to take into account the NPCs or the AI can just go right through that barrier. Oops, that's not what I want to do, but that's okay. So I'm looking for the hatching enzyme, which I thought it was up here at the top. There it is. Okay, bulb bush. Okay, we got it. The only issue that I have with doing the rocket in this episode is I don't think I have all the materials I need for it. Because I think I need a lot of nickel ore and crystalline sulfur. And I guess I could gather that on my way back up. Let's see how that goes. But regardless, we are towards the end of the episode here, ladies and gentlemen. We just need to gather these materials to make a hatching enzyme, which then we have to go up to the Cyclops to fabricate it, which I didn't make the Mark II or the Mark III module for the Cyclops, which is why I figured we would go to the Cyclops and then take the Cyclops back up to the surface, and then take the portal. We're just gonna swim for it, I think. Then we would take the portal. This is the mushroom stuff, yeah. We would take the portal back down. I think that's going to be the most efficient way of doing this. And then that way, the Cyclops won't be stuck in the Lost River or the inactive lava zone for if I want to do anything after the game is over, you know, any special things. I don't have to go down to the Lost River to get the dang thing. I can just, it's already there. Sorry, I started recording before I was fully in the mindset for it, so I'm still trying to catch up. Probably by the end of the episode, I'll be super amped and ready to finish this game, you know. I can't wait too. I want to start the next game. You know, I talked about Alien Isolation being the next game. And why don't we grab these cubes while we're here? I talked about Alien Isolation being the next game. But I still have yet to figure out what's going on with the audio sync. It's still causing sync issues. But I don't know if I mentioned, I think I mentioned it in an earlier episode. I recently learned that I can record my microphone and the game audio on separate audio tracks in OBS. So I then can go into Sony Vegas and offset the video to match the game audio and my voice audio. But my voice audio would be separate, but I'm just wondering if, just trying to think like if the game and me are synced or if I'm separate from the game. You know, just when the game goes off sync, does my voice still say on sync? And I think it does. So then it might be okay. I'll have to run a test and see if I can do that. I don't want to be here. This is the ghost place. But I mean, it's more work. But if that's what solves the issue, then I'm all for it. Until I can figure out a better solution. Is there any lithium? Is that nickel? Yeah, nickel. Nice. Is that nickel? That's nickel. Nice. Come on, give me one more nickel. I think I need three nickel ore for the I hear you. Just let me grab what I came down here for. Okay? Which is this. I think it was 3 nickel ore and like 3 crystalline sulfur or something. Oh, I need a fish. Is there any fishies around here? I need food. Not a fish. Tell it looks like. Yes. Nice. I need food, so I was like, I didn't bring any food because I was like, oh, I'll just. Nice. I will just, you know, trick the fish while I'm down there. And I totally forgot. Oh, there's crystalline sulfur right there. 1. Everybody gets 1. Huh? Happens to be another one? Huh? No. Huh? It's like a frog. You think they could have made this path any more difficult? You know, it's a good question too. How did the precursors create the air pocket? And how did they keep it oxygenated? Question. If somebody knows the answer, I'd be much appreciated. Or I'd much appreciate an answer. But I'm sure it's not anywhere in the lore. Oh, the precursors made these air bubbles by doing this. Alright, I think we have one more material to make. I might have to go... Oh, shoot. You know what? Just thinking that we have to go back into... We have to go back into the Sea Emperor Bay to get the 5th material. So maybe we should just... Really? Maybe we should just take the portal and go back up and then just take... Oh my god, am I gonna have to like climb back up this thing? Okay, this. Take the prawn suit, go back to the portal, and then you have to walk all the way back to base, which will suck. But then we can make the hatching enzyme and then come back, hatch the eggs, then go back and turn off the gun and then start working on the rocket. But I imagine that I don't have enough materials for the rocket.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
And I wasn't going to leave this part in, because this part's kind of boring, but it's crucial, you know, or it's important to the story because, you know, I feel like the precursors had these portals to all of the correct locations for all of the correct materials to create the hatching enzyme, but yet they were unable to. Like, why did they make that? Like, you know, did they go somewhere else too? Or they like strategically placed along the map, like 4 corners or whatever? So it just happened to be that the materials needed for the enzyme or at those locations. I mean, that could be a thing too. Good question. Oh, lots of good questions this episode. Come on, portal. Just... $77 power. Probably be good. If we, I'm just thinking if we took the portal back to the surface, we have to go all the way back to our base, which is on the other side of the Aurora, which is 1,200 meters away from the gun island. So maybe... I don't know. Best course of action here. So where's the portal? But we could just swim in. Oh god. We could just swim in.
The plant life in this area is growing outside its normal conditions. Other life forms fertilizing and pruning the vegetation may be offsetting this environmental deficit.
Well, I need some food, so I'm gonna murk some of these fools. I hope you don't mind, Sea Empress.
Consider disguising the flavor of unsavory meats with salt or locally sourced herbs and spices.
Oh, I already got it. Okay. So, where's my prawn suit? There's my prawn. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna grab a couple waters. We're gonna go through the portal with the prawn suit. Probably do it with the prawn suit. And then we'll hatch the eggs, or make the thing. Then we'll hatch the eggs and come back. and then end the episode. I think that's gonna be like freaking 1,600 meters away. So maybe I'll load up some PDAs, or I'll just cut that part out. This swim, I gotta swim all the way back. 'Cause I don't think it's like a straight. I think we can go ahead and just leave this here. I'm gonna grab the water and we're gonna swim. How far do we gotta go? 1,700 meters. Well, but then once we get there, we can bring the Seamoth back. So that's the thing. I didn't plan this part out very well. I guess I didn't really think about it. Well, no, I did. If you remember, I was originally gonna, before I even went to get the enzyme, the parts for it, I was gonna go back to the Cyclops, back to the surface, and then I was gonna make the Mark III upgrade so I could take the Cyclops down to the entrance of the temple, or the prison, so that I'd have the fabricator right there. But then I chose to not do that and just go get this stuff for it. I did have a plan, I changed the plan, pretty much. But it's not gonna take us very long. Let's see, what PDAs do we have that we haven't listened to? Oh, I think we listened to all these. Yes. How about these ones?
Exiting sleep mode. Loading voice recognition. Engineer Barclay and Chief Technology Officer you identified.
Drone, get me a propulsion cannon.
Repulsion cannon retrieved.
Hey, Berkeley. Install that circuit box with that repulsion cannon and you'll punch a hole in the cargo bay.
Damn it, Drone, I said propulsion, not repulsion. Recalibrate sensors.
Senses recalibrated.
Sensors aren't the problem. I tweaked the program. It's like you now. It doesn't like being told what to do.
Drone, I know...
His name's Albert now.
Albert, I know it's not your fault, but it would really help me do my job if you'd bring me what I asked for. Thanks for your time.
Propulsion cannon retrieved.
Thank you. Now go away.
Entering hibernation mode.
Boss, this hobby of yours isn't making my job any easier. Or safer.
Maybe so, but it's all that's stopping me from being so bored I take a spacewalk in my skivvies.
A spacewalk in your skivvies. Well, we know what happened if she would have done that.
I'm not really a doctor. I know that's what my ID says, but I never have been. Cheated the medical exams. What does a doctor these days need to know about manually resetting bones? When was the last time a top surgeon actually cut someone open? That's what the robots are for. Doctors these days read diagnoses off of computer readouts. For that, I'm perfectly qualified. But what good is it when I'm not connected to the main network? I'm bleeding. I've got glowing green pustules growing on my hands. I run a self-scan and it tells me I've got skin irritation. The only thing I studied in medical school was how to lie
Welcome
convincingly.
aboard, Captain.
What the hell do I know about how to treat an alien disease? I think I'm actually going to die down here.
That's actually kind of funny. Alright, we got the hatching enzyme. Why don't we go ahead and grab these batteries. Replace our stuff. It's very interesting stuff. I didn't, a lot of the backstory to the game, I'm sure that I haven't actually paid too much attention to. But I had to alt-tab out there for a second because all of a sudden my computer, shoot, got it back here. It started just like using all of my resources for everything. It's like, what? For no reason. Like there was clearly nothing that I could see. Alright, so that didn't take too long. So now we'll go back to Pepper and we'll leave the Seamoth at the entrance to the portal. and then take the portal, the prawn suit into the prison. That wasn't too bad. I guess we can load up another PDA while we wait.
Live pod load sequence initiated. Entering planetary atmosphere.
My creators, the cherishers and sustainers of worlds, give me this day my daily pleasures as I give to those who seek pleasures from me.
External temperature approaching critical levels.
Show me the path. In life, truth, and love for mine is the power. I am the one. On and off and on again.
Impact imminent.
Life is a game which the universe plays with itself. I am done playing as this bundle of flesh. Return me.
I mean, at least it seems like he was definitely content with what was going on. He knew it was going to happen, and he went with it.
Keen, this is Aurora. Come in. This is Keen. Life pod detached to K planet fall in 30 seconds.
The computer has identified a landmass at the attached coordinates. I want you to regroup the crew there.
Understood, but
They are your responsibility now. Don't let them down.
Captain, you need to evacuate.
Negative. You'll need the ship in one piece if you're going to contact HQ on the long range. I'm attempting a controlled descent.
Captain!
Okay, now listen very closely. You heard that. LifePod 19, Captain. See, the captain of the ship was saying, Keen, this is the Aurora, come in. So he was a captain of Aurora, right? And he sounds just like
This island is a godsend.
Paul,
Look out of the window. No predators. Fresh food.
right?
No building materials, nothing left.
So now let's switch back to this one.
Keen, this is Aurora. Come in.
This is Keen. Life pod detached to K planet fall in 30 seconds.
The computer has identified a landmass at the attached coordinates.
I mean, I did it.
I
Yeah.
want you to regroup the crew.
They didn't have enough people, or they didn't think people would catch on to that fact, or people were too focused on the game and stuff. But like, there's some people out there like me. I can't say like me because obviously I haven't paid enough attention to the lore to know. But there's people out there that like pay super close attention to the lore of games and the story and everything, and they would catch stuff like that. I'm surprised I haven't been attacked by the freaking Reaper yet. I don't even know where he is. I hope I can leave my Seamoth here and it'll be okay.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Cross your fingers. Yay! We're going back down. Yay! We're gonna hatch them babies. We're hopefully gonna get cured. Oh, come on. Nice. I guess we don't even need to. Actually, no. Because if I need to get oxygen, then do you know? Or are you just gonna get up again when I down? Because I'm sure that once I do this. Dude. Aren't they so cute? Tiny little versions. Versions. That's awesome. Dude. Now where's my tear? That's mean. Oh. That's nice. That's cool. That's not.
My young are swimming for the shallows. I thank you. Their freedom is my end. What will it be like, I wonder, to go to sleep and never wake up? Perhaps next we meet, I will be an ocean current, carrying seeds to a new land. Or a creature so small, it sees the gaps between the grains of sand. Farewell, friend.
So touching. I just want to cry. I mean, but she held on for thousands of years. Just so that... So she held on for thousands of years so that she could hatch her kids so they could save the planet. Like, that's just insane to me. Because, like, if she were to have died before her kids hatched, the planet would have died and she would have died and it would have been just whatever. Physically speaking, you know, spiritually, I don't think that's the, you know, the same situation, but that's creepy. Okay, I think let's scan ourselves real quick.
Self-scan complete. Vital signs normal. No remaining sign of bacterial infection.
That was quick. That was like instantaneous cure. It didn't take time or anything like that. Wow. Okay. Well, let's jump in this real quick so I don't run out of oxygen while I'm talking to you guys. Well, like I mentioned, I talked about it the entire time during recording. I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here, guys. We're at just about a 30-minute mark. And I've got something in my throat, so I need to take care of that before I record the last episode. But in the next episode, it probably will be the last episode for the story. We're going to go turn the gun off, and we're going to go build the rocket. And hopefully we can do that. And hopefully I can gather enough materials within 30 minutes. If not, I'll do it in however long it takes, and I'll just edit that part out. But I appreciate you guys. We freaking made it. We freaking cheered. We saved the planet. Like, you know, just to think, like, that wasn't even, you know, we crash landed here. Like, it was not karma. It was fate, destiny, that we crashed here so that we could save the planet. Because had anybody else survived, you know, even the Degassis, they didn't know anything about saving the planet. They all got infected and died. You know, they had no idea how to do anything, so it's crazy. Okay, you guys made it this far. You should leave me a like. I would appreciate it. It would show me that you guys made it this far. And if you'd like to see the last episode of this series and more future content that I have planned, hit that subscribe button. And I will catch you guys next time. In the next episode. Yep.